What are we even doing here? Boozios au natural, natural whelks. Whelks are like sea snails. They're like mollusks. They live in this little shell that looks like a little conch shell. I've never had them before. I've had escargot before, but I think these are kind of supposed to be different from escargot. This is from the Comur company of Fantastic World of Portuguese Sardines. They can so many different species, and a friend of mine grabbed this can and handed it to me, man. And thanks, Franklin. I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's look at the tin. It looks like there's all this like Portuguese iconography about a silhouette of the country of Portugal, right? I'm not gonna guess at like what all this stuff means. If you wanna like drop some science in the comments, then that's cool. Nothing much on the sides, but holy crap, did they ever get to printing on the back side here. I wish they put this nice picture on the back side so I could keep this forever, but this is just gonna get torn off and discarded, right? Facts, there's not much in here. There's like water and chili and salt. That's like kind of what's giving me the willies about this, is I was kind of hoping that they would be in oil, but they're in water. So yeah, like my sort of textural like squeamishness about snails is like, okay, if it's water, then man, that's gonna be just like such an intimate contact between my tongue and the surface and textures of these snails, right? Whereas with the olive oil, there'd be a little bit more of a slippery defense, right? And the flavor of the olive oil as well. But I guess this is just the way it is, man. I'm not sure how anybody would have this. You start Googling Whelks salad and you get a bunch of Korean stuff. You don't get a bunch of like Portuguese dishes or whatever. But I have to assume that this is just something that's nice to just yum, 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 with a little bit of lemon or whatever. Some sauce. Yeah, maybe. Let's get into it. Ooh, yeah. Boy, you know what? I picked this blue plate because I thought it would reflect just the right amount of light onto the whelks themselves to like, help us see them. But I didn't realize that the blue matches the blue of the tin. So that's a really, really, really nice happy accident here, huh? See this water bubbling up? Oh man. It kind of reminds me of when you see this similar opacity of the water, this briny water. It's like when you open up a bunch of cockles or something, right? And I see these sort of blues and yellows living here. So not like a terrible smell. But still, it's not fishy, but it's definitely like of the sea. It's not telling me, ooh, sweet, yummy food. But I don't know, it is what it is. Let's see how big they are, right? Like, am I picking up one? Are they stuck together? Like, I'm not sure. So is this a whole animal here? It looks like it is. They're not just stuck together because so it looks like, we've had a whole animal that's like cut in half, perhaps? I don't know. It's hard to see like what's on the bottom and what's on the top of these guys. How do these guys live? I mean, they're jammed up inside of a shell. This is really fascinating. And like, what's this? Who freaking knows? There's not much to the taste. The texture is very interesting. It's almost what I would imagine, forgive me, but if you took the heart of an animal and you cut it up and ate it, it's almost like, yeah, is this the chewy texture of like a very special purpose mussel, because it's not like, it sort of has clam vibes because of the sort of the overall brininess and like the sea-ness of it, but it doesn't have a clam texture. Oh my God, my fingers are so sticky from touching this thing. Yeah, we really need lemon, I think. I don't taste any kind of like chilies or anything. These really seem like they're just in there. A lot of chewing. I think I prefer like remember we had the gooey duck, the Wild Fish Cannery gooey duck. They had sort of a similar texture to this because you have this big, strong kind of muscle fiber. A lot to chew on. A little on the tedious side to chew, perhaps. This guy seems to be so formed to the shell, huh? And like, what is this? This is like the foot that comes out? Like, where's the head of these guys? I don't even know. I really have no idea what I'm looking at here. Man, that's a lot of chewing. It's not tough. It's not like when you get a really chewy piece of octopus and you're like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. You feel like as you're chewing, you are making progress, you know? So like it does give you time to kind of like mull over the flavor. And when I mull over the flavor, I kind of get nothing. I'm not really like, you know, this is kind of a checking another one off the list. I really do want to eat this in like some kind of salad where there is just a paste of like hot sauce. So the texture is something that you can really kind of live with while you're enjoying very complex hot sauce, some kind of paste. So indeed, those pictures that I saw of like Korean food, I think they're right on with this. Look at this. What, this is the chili? Bud, where did the chili go? No wonder I'm not tasting anything. I'm not crazy. They messed up this can. I believe they used to sell these without the chilies. So maybe they're kind of half in, half out on chilies right now. But here, I brought some stuff just to like, yeah, give us something to think about while we're chewing, right? Yeah. Lemon. I'm really stupid to not do. I almost stopped what I was doing and went out to get a lemon in order to tape this because I was like, this is gonna need lemon. And I would have seemed a lot smarter had I done that. I would be enjoying these a lot more if I had some lemon. 100% better. Yeah. Way better. Even the context of the Salsa Espinaler allows me to sort of imagine that I'm chewing on some razor clams or something. Even though razor clams would be a little bit more tender, and I think they have a more like delightful and complex flavor than these. But yeah. Now I'm having fun. Oh hey, Canned Fish Files is made possible by Patreon supporters. And if one were to join at either of the two upper tiers, I give them a shout out that's either thrilling or embarrassing or both. Look, here's another angle. If you are only hearing this message because you're hanging around watching videos with your romantic partner, this is a great way to, again, embarrass or thrill that person. So let's have some fun with it. They're gonna love it. Okay, the new Dean's Lister this week is Schloompo. Schloompo's upgrading. Thank you, Schloompo. It's been great having you around. They've been around for a while. And the new Fishy Freaks of the Week are 999 Shrimps, Billy Ross, Mackenzie, Numbskull, and Tony O. Thanks. Back to the show. They did a pretty good job cleaning these up. One of these pieces had one little grainy bit in it, but the rest of them super clean. Okay, I got a weird thing I'm gonna try here because McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. Just had one floating around from the old sweet and sour video. So Let's give this a shot. Let's dunk one of these into our weird sweet McDonald sauce, huh? How bizarre is this going to be? How bizarre? How bizarre? Hey! You know what? Why not? Why not? I just edited out like 30 seconds of chewing. But boy, the last one was like the fattest, weirdest, most interesting one. It wasn't like the most delicious, delightful one, but it was definitely, I was like thinking about, man, what would it be like if a giant snail chewed me up? Yeah, I was thinking about that. Sure. Yeah. Another dang species conquered, I suppose, right? Another fish conquered. Yeah, you guys know. If you know, sure. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Odo, are you sleepy? Yeah. Are you sleepy, Odo? Yeah. Yeah, be cute. Be cute. Yeah, Odo, be